You think you cannot purchase a real estate because your FICO score is too low? So this video, today's video is for you because we're going to talk a little bit more how to fix your FICO score. And if you are new to our channel, my name is Joanna. I'm a real estate broker in the state of Illinois.
And I'm Matthew Menninger. I'm a lender in the state of Illinois.
Just to give you a quick update about real estate, we definitely see a lot of houses going on the market. It's been more and more every week. And then we see also a lot of homes going under contract. Matt is a loan officer that specializes in originating the loans for you guys, but also he is the one person that can help you fix your FICO score. So Matt, can you explain to us the whole process? I know this is, for some people, it seems like it's very, very difficult process, but it doesn't have to be that.
Sure, there's a lot of people that can use help because a lot of people will come to me and say, I probably can't buy anything. My credit's not good. That may be the case, but it's easily fixed. So what you can do is we have a credit simulator. We're able to simulate what changes to your credit. Say we pay some things off, we clear our collections, we do things like that. That's kind of like the base level. And then if it's something that I can't really tackle, I have some experts that all they do is credit. And so they really know exactly what to do. And in those situations, I just took someone last month from a 550 to a 680. And it took roughly a little over 2 months. But that person was sure that it wasn't going to work. They couldn't do it. So you never really know. And it honestly doesn't take very long. Sometimes it's 30 days. I would say minimum, usually 30 days to clear something up because we need to one cycle for that to report. But even bigger things, 60 to 90 days, which in the scheme of things is not very much. So you could continue on your loan, get prepped, get everything going, work on your credit. 2 or 3 months later, we may have the issue solved, and then you can move forward. And also something I recommend to everybody is there's a lot of systems out there or websites where they claim credit repair, they charge a monthly fee, and they kind of like to drag it out so that you just keep paying and paying and paying. We don't do that. So the credit person that I work with, they will only do per transaction. So they'll say either I do this or you don't pay. And that's a great way because it's in their best interest to speed it up. They want to get paid. And it's cheaper in the long run because I've had people when they've come to me for years been talking about, oh, I'm paying $110 a month. They're working on my credit. They're doing this. You look at their credit score and it's not good. Then this person comes along, tells you, okay, it's $500 to remove this. It's $300 to do that. Now you're at 680, you're ready to go. So it's a much better way to progress because they have the motivation to finish quick, whereas the other companies want to keep you on and keep making the money.
I didn't even realize, but now that you are talking about it, I actually overheard few people saying that, hey, we are on this monthly payments trying to fix our credit and it's not working. It's not working. I think 2 or 3 years ago, we had a client with the same situation. So yeah, this is like so important. But can you give us an example of, what it could be on your credit that you have to remove?
Sure. So disputes can be an issue. A lot of times someone will dispute something and they don't even know it's hurting their credit. So when you resolve the dispute, that can fix things. We'll have collections. I had someone, we pulled credit. They were a 650 credit score and they're blown away because they're like, no, I have 780 credit. I have great credit. It ended up they had a collection that was being sent to their childhood address. So they didn't even know they had a collection. It was only $100 for a medical bill. But things like that can really impact your score. You can lose 100 points over a collection. So, AT&T is a really popular one, Comcast. They may say that you haven't returned your router and your things like that. At the end of the day, a lot of people have, but their system is not great. And so they show it as not being returned. So there's a lot of things that you may not even know are happening. But on top of that, there's things like late payments, high utilization scores. So one of the main drivers of your score kind of going down without having late payments or collections would be, say you have a credit card, the limit's 10,000, your balance is at 9,500. The credit card companies don't like that because that's called a utilization score. You're at 95% utilization. You're using 95% of your credit line. And it really works strangely because a lot of people will say, well, I have one credit card with a zero balance with a $10,000 limit, another one with a $10,000 limit, but I have $9,500 in charges on there. If that was split between the two credit cards where, I had 4,250 on one and 4,250 on the other, that's not right, but it's 4,750 and 4,750.
Right, like around 50-50, yeah.
Yeah, 50-50, your credit score would improve. And I know that doesn't make a lot of sense because like, well, I'm not using the credit on the card. It's zero. Shouldn't that help me? But that's not the way the credit card companies work. And so it really helps to talk to someone because you may be able to split that balance between a couple cards and immediately improve your score. So there's a lot of things that can be done. There's a lot of reasons credit is low or gets pushed down. And a lot of times we can fix that pretty quickly. So just like you need to talk to a mortgage lender or a realtor to get expert advice, the person you talk to, I've worked with a few different credit people in the past. The person I have now, I consider the best I've ever had and is very quick, very knowledgeable. Just like a lender or a realtor, you have very good ones, mediocre, and then not so good. And so if you're talking to someone who really doesn't know what to do, you can get strung along, pay extra money, and then not even get results. So I
Yeah.
think it's really important that you talk to someone who really knows their stuff.
Right, and then let's finish with this because this, I mean, this is great, but I also hear a lot from buyers that oh, you know what, my credit score is 620, it has to be like in 780 or 800 to buy
Yeah,
a
yeah,
house, which is a total myth, right? So we just want to
correct.
put it out there that, I think the lowest is like what, 580 or something, but I mean,
So
of course.
yeah, we can even do down to 500 for FHA if you do 10% down.
Right, but
It has
we
to be
we don't
manual
want
and
that, right? We
underwritten,
want
and
like better rates and
yeah, we
stuff.
don't want that. But there are a few stipulations to it, but it can be done. So some companies will not do that. We will. 580 is the minimum FHA score, and 620 is the minimum conventional score. So there's a lot of room there. I just closed someone last month, 585. So it can be done.
Yeah.
And we can go lower if the circumstances bear it. Again, it's tougher to get approved that way, but it can be done, and I have done it in the past. So there's a wide range.
Right. So we want you guys to understand there's a point, at some point you have to start your research and you start to build the road to your home ownership. And okay, so your credit is not perfect, but Matt here can explain to you, okay, this is what
Mhm.
you qualified for now. What if you want a little bit better rates probably, or better program or whatever, you can qualify for something different. Then we can work on that credit. We can get you to the point that it will be satisfying for us. But I
Mhm.
don't want you to be fixated on getting your FICO score on your own to 800 because this may never happen. And try
Yeah.
really honestly, like with the investors that we work. If we see the investor with 800 FICO score, he's probably not investing correctly because those
Yeah.
people usually have credit between like 620 and 720. So don't
Mhm.
beat yourself about, your FICO score is not being 800 because you can definitely invest and get into home ownership with a lower FICO score than 800. And that's really what
Yeah.
I want to leave you with because I feel like there's so many youngsters out there that they really watching their credit, which is great, but don't think that you have to have this high down payment or the super
Mhm.
high FICO score. And if you don't, and if you need to be on a different level, we are definitely here to help you. So I
Definitely.
hope that helps a lot of you. Just reach out and have your credit run, so we can focus on fixing it if that needs to be fixed. And frankly, there's a lot of like renters out there too that maybe they never even thought about house ownership, and they just continue to rent through years. And for
Mhm.
renting properties through the brokerage, we also check your FICO score. It's a soft pull, but it gives us an idea where you're at. And this is again the same thing that you, Matt, were talking about. There's a lot of
Mhm.
people that have no idea that there is something
Yeah.
wrong on their credit. So do yourself a favor, check your credit at least 4 times, 3 times a year, just to have an idea where you're at with the soft
Mhm.
pull. And then if this need to be fixed, then call Matt and he can help you out and
Yeah,
figure out what's your next step.
and a side note, we can do a soft pull as well. So I know a lot of people are concerned about their credit going down. That's a little bit of a myth too. So a hard credit pull does not normally do too much to your score.
Right.
The lower your score, the more it can have an impact. So if you're a 550, pulling your credit may hurt you, but usually within a month it goes right back to where it was. So even for those people, it's not really an issue. So we can take a look with a soft pull, which definitely won't impact your score. So don't be afraid.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. All right. Well, thank
Yeah.
you so much. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Have a
Thanks.
great week.
Bye.